It's a controversial issue that has some parents taking drastic measures. We're talking here about the increased emphasis on standardized testing and the negative effect it may be having on some young students. Only at 6, Rachel Kingston reports some parents are opting out of these tests altogether.
I don't think parents are really aware that these tests have really changed.
State standardized tests aren't what they were when you were in school. Children in grades 3 through 8 now take math and English language arts assessments every year for 6 days, 90 minutes each day.
He would come home pretty much every day for about 3 weeks before the state test, the ELA test, crying. Like literally crying.
The questions are more complex, and your child's scores are directly tied to federal aid and the evaluation of his teacher's job performance.
But now that we've put their jobs at stake, the pressure is on the administration to put the pressure on them, and they're putting the pressure on the children. It's not fair to anyone.
A growing number of parents believe New York has gone overboard with standardized testing, and now they're fighting back. Hundreds in school districts across Western New York refuse to have their children take the exams this April in what's becoming known as the opt-out movement.
Teachers are under an enormous amount of stress to focus on math and ELA. So there isn't enough time spent on social studies and science and art and music and phys ed.
State Education Department officials say children need more rigorous instruction to be better prepared for life after high school. No one from State Ed would do an interview for this story. Education Commissioner Dr. John King has previously said they expect test scores to drop by as much as 30% this year.
It's almost like the system is setting teachers up to fail and setting students up to fail.
Parents never see the test booklet with the actual questions, only a score sheet like this one with a number ranging from 1 to 4.
I don't know any parent who would look at those scores to find out how their child is doing in school. They would call the teacher.
State Ed spokesman Dennis Tompkins says parents who keep their children from taking these tests are essentially saying, I don't want to know where my child stands. And we think that that's doing them a real disservice, an attitude many parents find insulting.
Stop telling parents who are refusing these tests that we are doing a disservice to our children. We're not doing a disservice to our children by standing up to state laws that we know are harming our kids.
And at a time when virtually every school is cutting programs, parents in the opt-out movement are outraged that the State Education Department is paying Pearson more than $32 million over 4 years to design the test booklets.
Think about the number of teachers' aides that could go into classrooms in New York State for the millions and millions, tens of millions of dollars that are leaving our state. Some school districts are talking about getting rid of kindergarten. I mean, kindergarten, really?
Parents also fear their children's private information is no longer private. State lawmakers are so concerned there are bills in the Assembly and Senate that would make it illegal to release personal information about students to third parties unless parents give consent.
The fact that we have to have a law that says you can't release personal information about children is shocking. Not that it's the other way around.
Even some district administrators are joining parents in saying enough is enough. Grand Island, Hamburg, and West Seneca have all passed resolutions calling on the State Education Department to reconsider the present testing mandates and make adjustments that will be in concert with good teaching and learning.
You know, you may be able to bully school districts with ramifications or withholding state aid, but you cannot bully parents.
We need, as parents, need to stand up, and we need to make them change the way that this system is right now.
Rachel Kingston, News 4.